Hello viewers, welcome to Hila-P Sports and Entertainment TV. This is weekend review. CBN, you are back. You are welcome to the show.
Thank you very
And we'll be discussing about the Premier League. We'll start with Premier League. What to expect this weekend? You know, as far as the Premier League is concerned, and the first fixture of the game will be tomorrow. Early kickoff. Tottenham will be hosting Manchester United.
Yeah, that's a very interesting matchup. I think the weekend starting with a game like this is going to should be an interesting one. So it's a tough game for both teams, and
Okay.
I feel Manchester United at the level where they are at the moment, the form that they are at the moment, is not going to be
An easy one for Tottenham. Okay.
And Tottenham as well, having lost against Chelsea. I mean that game they played very poorly, so they want to get back to winning ways.
Also, but coming back against Copenhagen and also getting a win.
Yeah.
So you are seeing them to be able to now say it's going to be a tough one, and it's going to be an interesting game.
It's going to be a tough. I think it can go either way.
I think we need to be together and see if we are able to watch together and watch this game.
Exactly.
Okay. Everton will be hosting Fulham.
Everton Fulham. Well, another interesting fixture because Everton and Fulham. I think Everton
lost their last game.
Yeah, they lost their
and they'll be demanding to win this one because they're playing at home.
They will need to get the 3 points in this one as well. And Fulham at the same time will want to continue pushing for the top half of the table.
Definitely.
So we'll just wait and see what happens.
Okay, West Ham will be hosting for Burnley. They'll be coming back from the win they did that against Newcastle, and now they'll be hosting Burnley. So, how do you see the game? Are you seeing Espirito Santos side saying since we have done, you can do this against Newcastle. Who is Burnley? We can be able to do it.
Yes, I think that win against Newcastle will definitely help them to boost their confidence and serve as a motivation as well. So I see them actually going all the way to collect all the 3 points against Burnley.
Okay, Sunderland will be hosting the league leaders, Arsenal.
Arsenal is Arsenal.
Yes.
Arsenal this season has really they've been blowing everybody away.
Definitely.
And whenever I watch Arsenal play football these days, I begin to wonder if Arteta finds a way and keep his team performing the way they are performing. I don't think anybody is going to stop them from winning Premier League.
No one at all.
And then the Champions League, they will really give it a go.
Definitely.
If they continue this way, because the way they are playing at the moment, they are just unplayable.
They are dominating everywhere.
And I see them just getting the 3 points.
Yeah, they're dominating.
And again, getting the.
They are really dominating everywhere. Chelsea will be hosting Wolves.
Well, this should be an easy game for Chelsea. That's if Enzo Maresca does not blow it off again, because I think Enzo Maresca these days the decisions he makes whenever he's meeting smaller teams is always backfiring.
Yes.
Because these days when he wants to play a smaller team, he feels he's already arrived and he's a big boy and he has a big team
and then he will fumble,
beat anybody. Then he makes a very drastic decisions, and then he loses the game or gets the draw or something. But this time around, I think he wouldn't even have any excuse, because after this game, then we'll have the international break. So he doesn't even have any excuse to bench anybody. Yeah. So we'll expect him to field the strongest team, and if he does that, it should be an easy one for Chelsea.
Then on Sunday we'll see Crystal Palace hosting Brighton.
Crystal Palace, I think they'll have an edge over Brighton at the moment, because they're even without Eze. Because when Eze was leaving in the summer, we all expected the decision to come back and hunt them, but they found a way to move on without him, and they are doing really well. So, but
I'm seeing Brighton also giving them the run of their money, because Brighton also are not relenting. You know, Welbeck has been informed, scoring goals back front and center.
I think they've had 1 or 2 players who are doing really well.
Yes.
I think Yankuba Minte as well has been very impressive this season. But I think they've really not been consistent. Sometimes when they meet a team when they are in an open game and they meet a team that actually that gives them the opportunity to actually attack.
No.
Sometimes they flops to the extent that you just wonder if this is really Brighton that you're looking at. But I will just wait and see what happens on Sunday. But I think Crystal Palace still has an edge over this one.
Okay. Aston Villa will be hosting Bournemouth.
That's a very tough match for Aston Villa because Bournemouth is they are just too much for everybody.
I think all of them will be stepping up because Bournemouth lost their last match and Aston Villa lost their last match. I think both of them will not say, okay.
But Bournemouth actually lost against Manchester City.
Then Aston Villa lost against Liverpool.
But they still cannot compare because
you can compare. You can compare. These are defending champions. Despite the fact that they're losing for, they have lost for.
I predicted that Aston Villa would beat Liverpool.
You did.
And for me to actually
do that, you show that.
If you consider predicting Aston Villa to beat Liverpool, that's because.
But remember after the Aston Villa game, Liverpool went on and beat Real Madrid. So tell that Liverpool they are back. They are back. Okay. Yes. So both of them are coming back from defeat. So let's see how they're going to do it.
I will not say be shocked if Aston Villa beats them.
Okay.
Bournemouth will always be Bournemouth.
Yes.
Even though they are doing well at the moment, it will definitely not last till the end of the season. Definitely. At some point in the
they will lose form.
It will stop. So if it stops on Sunday, well, because if they lose against Aston Villa on Sunday, that means maybe the beginning of very bad losing streak.
Yes.
Well, let's just wait and see what happens.
Okay, Brentford will be hosting Newcastle.
This is a dicey one again. Newcastle, they've not really been that strong in the Premier League.
Yes,
I think, like you mentioned,
they need to pick up. They need to pick up and see what they can do.
They played better in Champions League matches than the Premier League. So if they don't really find a way and solve whatever issues, maybe it's a motivation issue or maybe there's momentum, maybe they place a more value in Champions League than Premier League, but I think they should find a way and actually make match their performances in Champions League with that of the Premier League.
Okay, Nottingham Forest will be hosting Leeds United.
Nottingham Forest, I actually feel for Nottingham Forest and the owner because since Sondai came in and then he won the first game against Porto. And
though it has been tough, but I think they drew yesterday in Europe.
Team that they should have
beaten, but they are away. Though, just give it to them.
It doesn't really matter.
Just give it. It's not easy traveling that far, to be able to hold them.
I know. I understand
because we are attributing or we are comparing them with Chelsea because what also the Chelsea technical advisor is saying that is that Chelsea traveled 5,000 miles to be able to now draw Karabakh, and now they're using it the same. I'm using the same yardstick to where not to go.
If you're going to make excuses for them, well, let's just say okay and see what happens against
Leeds.
But to me,
do you see them beating Leeds?
I don't see them actually beating Leeds.
Then the big game on this weekend. I think this is the big game. After I think it's a very nice weekend because we are starting with the big team. Not Tottenham against Man U. Now we are ending with Man City up against Liverpool. So now, I love what you said. These two teams who are meeting now, the team they beat, are also meeting. I'm meeting this way. So we're going to see how it's going to be. City will be up against Liverpool. Let's see if Liverpool can be able to say, okay, no, since we are the champions, we are the reigning champions. We need to do this, but it's going to be a very interesting game.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one. Because Liverpool, after beating Aston Villa, they are desperate to get their season back on.
Yes.
And Manchester City, on the other hand,
they've been flying,
and the way they are going.
Yes.
If they beat Liverpool in this game,
then that problem fast. Definitely, because what you just said. Because I'm looking at this now. Because Hagrid said that he's scared of City because the way City are doing it this way. If Arsenal sleeps, anything that will make Arsenal sleep, because Arsenal is just topping the second with 6 points. So anything like drawing or losing 2 games, there is over.
Yeah. If City beats Liverpool now. Although we still don't know what will happen versus in Arsenal's game as well. But if City beats Liverpool, I think it's going to actually boost their morale. It's going to give them the confidence.
But Arsenal will be happy. Arsenal will be happy at the moment because as it stands, if Arsenal are able to win, beat Sunderland, then now between City and Liverpool and there is a draw, I think Arsenal will have that. But although those who are coming behind are still coming up,
I'm very sure Arsenal will be praying for a draw between them. At least let Liverpool beat them. But if Man City wins, regardless of what between Arsenal and Sunderland, if Man City beats Liverpool, then that means there's a problem. And you know, when this kind of problem starts happening,
Yeah,
when this pressure comes down,
oh, yes,
they'll
yes.
start panicking, and
Yes.
you know, if they lose like 3-5 matches straight away, and,
It's true. It's true.
and then before
It's true.
we know what's happening, they're already back in second where they belong.
Yeah, very right. Okay, viewers, this will end the Premier League. Fans, this weekend is concerned. This is going to end. City up against Liverpool is going to end. You know, the Premier League on. We are going for international break. While we'll be back, you know, in the next 2 weeks to be able to start from where we stop, CBN, and we know that definitely that this weekend anybody who win, that is, you carry it along, and then okay, you have the momentum that we are living and we are coming back stronger. Okay, you start. Thank you for remaining with staying with us. We'll be back after this after the international break, and we will return with a banger. Thank you for staying with us.